What's up, guys? So I wanted to show you my entire phone collection because you may know that I do have quite a bit of phones, and I'm just gonna look through these in no particular order, starting with the Google Pixel 2 XL. Let's see, does it have any battery? No. But I got this phone back in, I'm gonna say 2023, maybe 2022, and it was pretty good, but the screen does have burn-in, and this happened from a few different things, because these phones happen to have a pretty low quality, not like in pixel density or anything, like it looks sharp, but a pretty easy to get burn-in on, which, if you don't know, on OLED displays, if you leave something on there for a long time, then it will just stay on there. And that happened a little while ago, in 2025, I'm pretty sure. And I've also flashed it with many different custom ROMs and things. The only thing that's happened to it cosmetically other than that is I got these little tiny scrapes on it. At least they're kind of, what's the word? At least they're kind of symmetrical. This happened from me just dropping it onto pavement while I happened to have the case off because I couldn't find it. This case in particular, the only case I've ever had for it. And it works fine as a phone, but I just don't really use it that much anymore because it's getting kind of slow. Also, the battery life was pretty bad even when I got it. Now let's just pick a random phone. This. You can see my SpongeBob car in the reflection. Okay, anyway. This phone. The Samsung Galaxy J1 2016, I'm pretty sure. Removable battery, you'll love to see it. Does it have charge? Nope. But I got this phone years ago, like in 2019 or something. And I'm not quite sure the history of it. I don't remember the details perfectly, but someone was just giving this away. There's nothing wrong with it cosmetically, other than there's a little bit of scraping going on in the home button, and it also has OLED burn-in. And also, I'm missing the back. I do have it. I don't know where it went. So yeah, other than that, this phone works fine, but there's no reason to really use one because it's a low-end budget phone from 2016. It's kind of miserable to use with any modern apps. But yeah, decent little phone if all you want to do is calling and texting and basic stuff. Next. Oh, I really don't want to talk about this one. I really do want to talk about this one, but so this phone is the Google Pixel 8 Pro. It's not even that old of a phone. It's from 2023. This was my dad's phone. He got this in 2024. And it was working fine totally fine, nothing wrong with it. But he just one day randomly decided to get an iPhone. I don't really remember why he did that. But this phone was gonna be my main phone after he got the iPhone 17. But I'm really not. It does the little rattle that Samsungs usually do, even though it's a Google. But as you can see, let me just show you this. This is a USB-C power source that's plugged in right now. Nothing at all. And just to prove that this is a legit power connection. Spoilers, this is our next phone we're going to talk about. There you go. This phone boots up no problem. Yep, there you go. But the reason why this phone isn't working, it's kind of tough to explain, but it is software. It is very much software, and then I kind of made it a hardware problem. I'm delaying talking about it. I bricked this phone. In the software, Google released a update to this phone's bootloader that in May 2025 that made it so you cannot downgrade it to Android 14. And I like having all my phones on their stock original software because I think it's kind of cool for the collection. That was a mistake. I tried downgrading it to like CR Droid, some custom ROM from Android 14 around when this phone came out. And this is the stupidest moment of my entire life. It gave me a warning. It said, this might cause a brick, and I thought I knew what I was doing, so I just hit do it anyway because I didn't. Yeah, that was not a fun moment at all. I could have just, because I wanted to use this as my main phone, so I could have just flashed it with the latest Google Pixel regular software or even the latest Lineage OS, and I could have just daily driven this phone. It would have completely set back the timeline because I wouldn't be recording on this phone that I would have had I would have this phone that I'm recording on in the collection, and I would never have even bought this phone. Because I bought this phone. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, this phone completely not working, and I don't think it ever will until I replace the motherboard, unless someone happens to figure this out. I could only find like 20-ish people talking about having this problem, so I don't think it's ever going to be solved by Google. They warned us, so I can't really complain. Next, that was kind of a rant. Next up is this, the Google Pixel 5. I got this for Christmas a few years ago. And I use it as my main phone until like mid-2024. It's great. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it other than the only thing I can say about it is it's got this scratch on the screen. I'm pretty sure that's been there since I got it, or very shortly after I got it. And also there's this little chip out of the SIM tray that I made. But I really like the look of this phone. Yeah, this is one of my favorite phones that I have. And I like 6-inch phones, like 6.1, 6-inch phones, because it's the perfect size for me to reach around the screen. I don't like super huge phones because they're just not as practical. Especially when I've lived out of like an iPhone 5, basically. And I had no problems with that screen size. But the only thing with this phone is it got really hot. I don't know why. Like, even when I was just watching YouTube or just idling, it would get unusually warm. Especially in cars, to where it would be like kind of uncomfortable to hold. Yeah, other than that, it works fine. And it just died, even though we had it plugged in a second ago. Battery life is totally fine, though, on it. This is an old boy. Oh, when did I get all these scratches on it? I hope those will rub off. God, I don't think they will. I really need to start taking care of these things better. I just keep them in like a stack, and obviously they're just gonna all immediately get scratches. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to put them on like a shelf or something. Oh, hey guys, what's up? Okay. This is the Galaxy S3. Does it have any battery? Nope. No, it does not. This phone released in like 2012, and the only reason that I have it is because my grandma's friend got a new phone, and she was somehow using this Galaxy S3 released in 2012 till like 2023. I guess you could if all you did was texting and calling. Yeah, that's just kind of cool. Let me lay these out to not put these phones through more scratching. I really have to start storing these properly. I don't really have too much to say about this phone. It works totally fine. I tried getting an Android 7 custom ROM on it. It did work, but then no SIM cards would read, so there wasn't really a point to that. I do want to try to get like modern apps running on this and try daily driving it, but it's carrier locked to Bell, and they will not unlock this until I like have proof from the original account owner or something like that. It's kind of stupid. Next. Okay. This is from a different grandma's friend. Yeah, I just get free stuff because my grandma basically tells all her friends, oh, if you got any technology you don't use anymore. My grandson wants it. Does this have any battery? This is the Galaxy A20 he mentioned. Oh, it does. The phone's bootloader is unlocked. Is it now? I don't remember what I was doing with this thing. What's on this? I think it's just the stock software. I got as far as unlocking the bootloader, then I was like, yeah, no, I don't really feel like bricking this thing. How much battery does it have? Like 80%. So yeah, it looks like I just unlocked the bootloader on this phone because it's just at the setup screen. How I got this, I basically already explained that. It's fine. I've never daily driven this phone, but I assume everything's just fine about it since it was obviously a 2019 budget phone. There's really nothing special about this phone. It's just kind of basic. Yeah, not really too much to say in the way of that phone. Now this phone, oh, this phone has some lore. This. Okay, we'll put that aside for a second. Look at this nice color. This is a nice iPhone 12 color. This used to be my mom's phone, and she gave this to me after. And I daily drove it in 2024, like towards the end of 2024 and in 2025 mostly. Does this turn on? Does it have battery? It does not. But let me explain what happened. This happened in this room. I had my phone on the floor. Yes, the case was on it. Actually, I can show you the case. This was the case that I used, and I had an Apple sticker on. It, and as you can see, it's a really nice looking case. I like this. I like the look of that a lot. But I had this on the floor, and this chair, can I pull it up? You see these circular things on the end? Like the things that go on the ground? Well, that basically stabbed and punctured the glass right around like the earpiece speaker. And then my camera glass was all cracked in front of that, and I ended up just peeling it out so that I could still use my front camera. And ever since then, the cracks have just kind of spread across the glass. Come on, I thought this was ceramic shield, Apple. What are you doing? Yeah. Really nice phone. I like it. Maybe I'll get around to replacing the screen one day. This is the iPhone 5C. Have any battery? No. No, it does not. Come on, why do none of these have battery? That was a notification from my actual phone. I forgot to explain anything about this. The battery life is kind of sucky. I downgraded this to iOS 7, but it is tethered. I like the color. It's kind of scratched up a bit. Not that bad, not that big of a deal. And yeah, I like this phone. Maybe I'm thinking of when 3G is about to shut down in Canada, which is like March 2027 for my carrier. I think all the other major carriers in Canada already shut down, other than the one that I got, which is convenient for the kind of person that I am. Next phone. This phone's also got some lore. I used this phone in grade 5. This is the iPhone XR. The classic white person phone. Does it turn on? No. This phone was lost for like a year in 2024. And then when I was cleaning out this room, I found it. But I don't remember when these front cracks happened. Yeah, but I used to abuse this phone because I had a really nice case on it, and I just knew that it endured so much. And how these back shatters happened. Oh, also these scuffs on the case were just kind of there when I got it. These cracks on the back happened from hitting it dead on with a basketball. I'm not even kidding. Yep. Just straight up hit it with a basketball. Yeah, I like this phone. The iPhone 11. There's a very interesting reason why I like this phone. It's not just the color, though that is nice. It's not as deep as the iPhone 12, which I put in the case. It's not as deep as the iPhone 12. It's like a slightly different color, you can see. But this phone is special because it has iOS 15 on it. So I was able to successfully jailbreak this phone. I believe it's running 15.2.1. And I can do some cool stuff on it now, like play Flappy Bird, or whatever you do on a jailbroken iPhone. How I got it? Oh yeah, I got it from my uncle. It was his old phone, and yeah, he eventually gives his old phones to me. If he doesn't trade them in. Oh, this is a dinosaur right here. The iPhone 3G, man. This one might actually turn on, because I remember I turned it off properly the last time I used it. No? Okay, maybe all of these things ran out of battery. It did run iOS 3. I updated it to iOS 4 just to do a little experiment that I ended up doing. And unfortunately, you know these things, right? Where you can put your SIM card into an older phone? Well, I left one in the SIM tray, stupidly. And when I tried pulling out the SIM card tray, it got caught on all the pins, which is a problem. So I ended up just like bending all of the SIM card pins, and then it's cooked. It does not read SIM cards. I can use it just as a nostalgia device. I bought this specifically to use it at the 3G shutdown because somehow my carrier still works with this old iPhone 3G from 2008. Next, the Windows Phone. Bing bing bong. This is the Microsoft Lumia 650 and it is dead. I got this phone off eBay like last year. And I find Windows phones fascinating. I really wish they didn't kill it off so fast. Wait, I gotta have a drink of water. Yeah, they killed off this phone in 2016. Right before this one launched, so I wanted the last Windows phone. And this is it. But I just love the aesthetic of the Windows Phone OS. Like all the tiles flipping around and how everything's so ergonomic that you just swipe through menus easily. And I like all like the little sound effects, and I just like everything about the Windows Phone. They should have made more, really. I mean, I know no app developers wanted to make anything for it. Hold on. I forgot that there's one that's in the box. Oh, wait, this guy too. The iPhone 4S. My grandma gave me this. Like when I was like 5 or 4. And she used it until like 2017. Oh, it has battery. But there's no OS on it. Makes sense that it has battery because I replaced it. It's been open for like 2 months because I keep forgetting to put it back together. I was taking it apart because for some reason the home button doesn't do anything anymore. And I want to downgrade to iOS 5. Which you obviously need the home button for because you have to put it in DFU mode. Not the actual phone, I forgot. I'll be right back. This phone, ooh, very fancy. It's in its box. The iPhone SE. After I noticed that I got a big scratch on it from doing this, having all the phones in a stack, I put it back in its box because this phone was brand new. Oh, I just unboxed this phone, like, last year, basically. Bought it off eBay. It's dead. But some of my friends who probably watch the channel remember that I tried to use this phone as my daily driver in, like, November 2025. When I bought it, it was brand new sealed. Well, the plastic was taken off. But I guess the NAND or something on the motherboard was not working properly. Because they mentioned in the listing that it does not work. You can't restore to iTunes. I just happened to have, laying around, an iPhone SE that worked perfectly fine. Other than the screen was like mega cracked and the battery was super bad. So I got a local repair shop for like $60 to swap out the motherboard on this phone. And now I've got a fully working, basically perfect condition other than that scratch on the screen, iPhone SE. And you know the battery's been sitting for like 10 years, so obviously that's something. This is a contender to also use at 3G's end. I can just put iOS 9 on it and turn off LTE, and that'll be pretty good. Let me put this back. I should also probably put that phone in its case because I have an iPhone SE case. Last phone to talk about other than the phone that's recording. This is my current actual phone that I daily drive. The Samsung Galaxy S23. Yeah. I got this phone like early this year. And it's good. I have nothing bad to say about it. I got it because of this perfect 6-inch screen that's great for me reaching around. Samsung software isn't that great in my opinion. But yeah, I got this phone from my carrier. This is the only ever phone that I've bought directly from my carrier. Usually I just get them off eBay or something. Yeah, good phone. The only phone left I have to talk about is this that's recording. The Galaxy S22 Ultra. And you're probably wondering, well, why did I go from an S22 Ultra to an S23? Well, I dropped this phone that I'm recording on face first into the floor one night, and the screen stopped turning on. So I thought it was done for. And like a week later, I bought my current phone. And then like a day after this phone came in, I was like, wouldn't that be funny if I turn the S22 Ultra on for the hell of it? And it just turned on. No problem. Like nothing ever happened. And it was really annoying because I basically bought this phone for nothing. I would have been totally happy continuing using the S22 Ultra. And now it's my camera phone, as you can see, because I always run out of space on my actual phone. And yeah, I got the S22 Ultra like July 2025. And yeah, it's a really good phone. Other than for some reason it rattles. I know pretty much every phone with optical image stabilization rattles. I don't know if you can hear that at all through the video. But yeah, that was my entire phone collection. So hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just yapping about all these random phones I have. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, I flipped the camera.